Welcome back to the channel. I'm at East Devon tonight playing 18 holes. Going to do like a serious round on my own. Got Ollie filming again. I'm going to do like the commentary like I do for my tournament rounds. I sort of lost the direction that I was going in recently at Euro Pro. Sort of was looking for something more. If it isn't broken, don't fix it. So I'm trying to sort of get back some of that stuff. Got open qualifying this week and I'm trying to play 18 holes literally every day this week in preparation. Now I've recently joined up at East Devon as like a practice membership. So I want to show you East Devon because it is looking unbelievable. The greens are running at like 10, 11 and they are literally perfect. There's a few changes on the back nine which you wouldn't have seen if you've watched previous vlogs of like me and Koenig, you don't like that. So 2 parts, front nine, back nine.
Right, let's get into this. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the Euro Pro in the actual vlog. I filmed the whole week and that vlog's going to be coming very soon. I took a lot from it. You may have seen the score. It's pretty horrific. It's a learning experience, albeit a pretty expensive one. But let's. I just wanted to get some actual on-course content on the channel because I haven't done it for a few weeks since my last tournament video, and I know like that is what you guys want to see, the actual stuff on the golf course, the playing bit, not just chatting about it. So yeah, gonna do this in 2 parts. Front nine part 1, back nine part 2. See if we can break pars. So first hole East Devon is just over 350 yards from the back tee. Now East Devon generally has this like gorsey, heathery stuff lining a lot of the fairways, although they've taken some of it out on the back nine, which you wouldn't have seen. And when you do get in there, it's just a case of sort of getting out. I had 140 there, hit a gap wedge. I just left the pin knowing that it would feed rounds, and left myself this putt. I actually played last night and it was after a Saturday comp and it was 6 PM in the evening and I swear the greens were still running at like 11. They had rain last night and all the way through the night. So they're running a bit slower today, somewhere around the 9-ish mark. But I mean, look at the condition of this golf course. It looks unreal at the moment. So definitely, if you're down in this part of the country, this is a good track to come and play. So second hole is very similar to the first in terms of length. Just the fairway cambers the other way. Just anything up the right will generally feed down. That was slightly right of where I was aiming. So I had 110, but sort of playing this as a 100-yard shot. So just trying to land this like front right. Got a big slip, so this probably lands at around 95. And yeah, as most golf courses are like at the moment, they're pretty bouncy, even though we've had a lot of rain. So just got away with that. Left myself a birdie putt. Oh. Scared the hole. Gave it a good look, didn't it? Yeah. Alright, 2 pars to start. So this is one of the hardest holes on the course. Uphill, par 4, dog legs, left to right. Can only really hit 2 iron as that gets the landing spot of the start of the dog leg. And because it is bouncy and the fairways are hard, you won't be able to stop driving. You've got fear of it like running out left into the heavy stuff. So 2 iron up here leaves me 150, or actually had about 155 to the flag. This was like a slightly flurry lie, so this is pitch and wedge. This actually lands pin high and just releases out to the back. This is some of the views that you got from East Devon over Budley looking down. Not bad. It's just doing the aim point, which I've been on board with completely and using the line on the golf ball for the last, definitely for the last month now, and it is helping. My putting's always been pretty good, maybe a bit streaky, but the consistency in my putting is just improving week to week. So par 3, this is playing 138 or 138 flag, playing slightly uphill. Just weary of going long here because long or left you get a huge kick and then you got pretty much impossible up and down because the green is sloped from back to front. So it's came up slightly short here. Let me know what you think about these videos, by the way, because I can do quite a lot of these. I'm actually playing tonight with Rich Woods and we're going to do like a proper course vlog match thing, which won't be commentary, obviously. It'll be just like cameraman there, so that may be a bit more interesting. But I think what I'm trying to do is play as many rounds as possible, just because last year what I found myself doing was going to a tournament, getting back, editing, hitting some balls on the range, and then going to a tournament and never really and like getting to the first tee of the tournament and being like, right, where's this going to go? But if you're playing every single week and you're playing lots of rounds, you sort of have a general idea of how your game is week to week, rather than just getting to the tee and guessing. Now this is a big drive up here. Got a bit unlucky, sat in this verge, or whatever you want to call it. You may have noticed that I've gone back to, so we're getting back to the process, and the process, part of the process is hitting the fade, just because it's a lot more controllable with higher ball speeds. And I'm like, over the last few weeks I was hitting a little draw, and then, well, I'll go into it in a bit more detail, but the path that we're on is trying to hit the cut, so it doesn't really make sense in trying to hit a cut in practice, and then if you're playing lots of rounds, like sticking to what maybe naturally is a little draw. So we're just trying to force the fade. And to be honest, if I just aim down the left, even though I wasn't aimed down the left here, and try and hit the cut, I can hit it pretty consistently. So that's what we're trying to do, and it's definitely more controllable, that's for sure. Right, so this is 560 off the back tee, long par 5. Hit a good one down here, just down the right side of the hole. Left myself 230. So I had to go see a dentist, eh? Nah, so bad. Left myself 230, and this is downhill out of a flyer. So I was just trying to hit 6-iron onto the front of the green, just because anything long is not ideal. But it got a massive flyer. It's probably carried like 215. And then jumped up over the back and got this funky little lie, which is in a little hollow, which if you're playing in England at the moment, you're getting a lot of these where there's not like loads of growth around the greens, and you're getting these little like compressions. So this is one of the shots that Leon actually taught me. So you just stand close, get the toe in the ground, make sure you keep your sternum level, and just feel like you're just trying to get the toe like bouncing off of the turf. And it can get into those tight lies where the ball's like sat down in a little hole. Didn't really trust this read. This is a straight putt, and to be honest, I actually moved right. I thought I just pushed that a bit. So yeah, fairly solid. Another par. So this is an uphill par 4, 380, and even though the hole is calling for a draw, I'm just hitting the fade. Like, if you watch DJ play and Brooks and a lot of the guys that hit fades, they generally just hit that one shot, because you can get good at doing the same. It's so much easier to get good at doing the same thing over and over again. And I had another conversation with Steve Surrey recently, and it just sort of cemented it. So I'm going to go into that in the Europro vlog again. Right, anyway, this is 155 uphill, so probably playing up about 7. And I just hit a really nice 8-iron here with about a 2-yard cut, really controllable. I left myself this downhill snaky putt for birdie. Slot. So to what? To 1. This is a 195-yard par 3. Pin is on the left. You don't want to miss this left, as it slopes heavy from left to right. This is playing up again, so playing more 200 to pin, but I just hit the 5-iron, just aiming this just right at the pin, let the wind move it a tiny bit to the right, along with the fade. And this is where the heavens started opening. We got a bit of rain for a few holes, and this is a long putt. This probably broke about 4 foot off the right edge. But chance to knock it in for par. Alright, hole 9, last hole of the video before we get into part 2, which is hopefully going to come tomorrow. This is a downhill par 4. It's playing into wind today. This is 460 off the back tee, and just didn't quite have. So I'm really trying to get more into like the target rather than again, I'm going to go into what happened at Euro Pro, right? But trying to get more into the target and just aiming down the left side and just hitting that power fade. Went at that a bit, as you can see, but really feel confident doing that, like aiming down the left, hitting it hard. I don't feel like it's going to go left. So I have 150 in here, playing probably 5 down into the wind, just trying to hit a little pitching wedge because I've got a flyer lie. So that's not me bragging that I'm hitting a little pitching wedge, that's just a flyer lie and it's coming out really hot. Pulled it just left of the green, left side of the green, and then got this for birdie. So let me know what you think of this. Leave it a like if you like it, obviously. If you don't, then leave a negative comment. That's fine, you do what you want. Part 2 is going to come soon. I'm filming Rich tomorrow, and then going to film with Steve Surrey this week. So lots of course vlogs coming up, and then open queue this weekend. See you soon.